Tilakaratne Dilshan and Angelo Matthews entered the history books today when they became the Sri Lankan batsmen to have shared the highest test partnership for any wicket in Australia. The pair reached this feat on day 3 of the first test against Australia in Hobart today. At stumps on day 3, Australia were 27 for no loss in their second innings.
Sri Lanka resumed day 3 on an overnight first innings score of 87 for 4 in reply to Australia's first innings score of 450 for 5 declared. Tilakaratne Dilshan was the key for the Sri Lankans as he hammered 21 boundaries on the way to a brilliant 147 runs.
It's 100 for Tilakaratne Dilshan. It's a magnificent 100, and it's 100 for all Sri Lanka.
Vice-captain Angelo Matthews also played his part as he reached his 11th half-century in the longer version of the game. Dilshan and Matthews shared a 161-run fifth wicket stand, which was the Sri Lankan Test record for the highest partnership for any wicket in Australia. The previous record of 144 runs was a 7th wicket partnership shared by Ravi Ratnayaka and Aravinda De Silva in 1989. Peter Siddle was the highest wicket taker for Australia today, picking up 5 wickets for 54 runs.
I believe they've been wronged. Oh, it's edge this time. Spoon.
With Hilfenhaus off the field injured once.
Staying in the game, Jonathan Trott and Ian Bell ensured that England enjoyed the upper hand against India at close of play on day 4 of the 4th and final test at the Vidarbha Cricket Association grounds in Nagpur today. England lead the 4-match series 2-1.
India resumed day 4 on 297 for 8 in reply to England's first innings total of 330 runs. With the wicket of Pragyan Ojra for 3 runs, India declared their first innings on 326 for 9. Batting in reply, England saw skipper Alistair Cook and Nick Compton sharing an opening stand of 48 runs before Cook was dismissed by Ravichandra Ashwin. After the dismissal of Compton for 34 runs and Kevin Peterson for 6, Jonathan Trott and Ian Bell came together for a 64-run 4th wicket stand.
That's loose delivery and put away. 50 for Jonathan Trott, and this is a fine innings under pressure. He's concentrated hard. It couldn't have come at a better time for England.
England managed 161 for 3 in their second innings, with Trott on 66 and Bell on 24 before umpires drew stumps.
They didn't panic. They kept their concentration going. 80 runs in that session of play for the loss of 1 wicket.
And it's time now for the bitter truth.
Sports First has constantly highlighted the importance of establishing a proper system to allocate grounds for domestic games and for sports clubs rather than constructing international stadiums as part of mega projects. The most recent example which confirmed this fact was reported last Tuesday. This was when an inter-club cricket match between Colombo Cricket Club and the Saracen Sports Club experienced a delayed start at the Royal College grounds in Colombo. The reason for this was a protest from the management of Colombo Cricket Club regarding the condition of the ground.
An official from Sri Lanka Cricket who can make decisions has not come here to even see this. I don't understand which direction cricket in this country is moving towards. Cricket is played just for the sake of it.
The tournament committee at Sri Lanka Cricket were not prepared to accept these allegations. Chairman of the tournament committee, Roshan Iddamalgoda, reiterated that this problem cropped up because hosts, the Saracen Sports Club, failed to prepare the ground for the match. However, Secretary of the Saracen Sports Club, Shibli Vilkasim, said that even the match referees had approved the ground for the match. Shibli Vilkasim also stated that the Royal College ground was chosen since there were no facilities in Colombo to accommodate tournaments, and hence it was not the fault of the sports club or Sri Lanka Cricket. Secretary of the Saracen Sports Club, Shibli Vilkasim, noted that the number of tournaments that are organised should be reduced in order to avoid such problems, and that support should be rendered to the projects initiated by Sri Lanka Cricket for this purpose.
A
small ground was booked and the players were put in trouble. The match, which started at 11:30, finished at 3:30. The gentleman who came thereafter said that this was not the fault of the board. If he had said that it was the fault of the board and if he criticized Sri Lanka cricket, he will lose out on the chance to stitch clothes or supply balls. These people make their way into the clubs and do business.
Is it the responsibility of Sri Lanka Cricket or the sports club hosting the match to ensure that grounds used for an inter-club match conforms to the required standards? Sri Lanka Cricket has not responded to the inquiries made by Sports First in this regard last Wednesday. Incidentally, it is stated in the report prepared by the former CEO of the International Cricket Council, Harun Logat, that it is essential for Sri Lanka Cricket to maintain a good relationship with the media in order to develop cricket in the country. The Minister of Sports noted that the recommendations and findings in the Harun Logat report should be implemented. Is there no response to inquiries made on behalf of the people because the executive members of Sri Lanka Cricket do not possess a genuine concern for developing cricket in the country?
Before wrapping up the news, the Classic Car Club of Sri Lanka brought together exquisite vintage cars to rally around the city of Colombo today. The Classic Car Club of Sri Lanka, which is 20 years old, brought together these cars to rev them along a 30-kilometer stretch in 1 hour to pick a winner who comes first on the dots and to get the most number of questions right in the quest. Every minute delayed by the drivers cost them minus debit points. Yes FM were the media sponsors of the event. And with that, we wrap up this edition of your Primetime Weekend News Bulletin. Of course, don't forget to log on to www.newsfirst.lk for the very latest on the world around you. Hope you have a brilliant week ahead. Thanks a lot for joining me, and good night.